All right, let's just cut right to it. I want to talk about the one question every single boutique fitness owner is asking themselves. How in the world are the top studios putting their business on autopilot while you're still drowning in the day-to-day grind? Well, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how they do it. First, I want you to look at this number, $4,000. This, my friends, is what the average boutique studio is losing, not every month, but every single week, just in missed opportunities. It's a crazy amount of money, and it's slipping through your fingers right now. So the big question is, where is it all going? I love this quote because it's so brutally honest. You walk into your studio and you see your sanctuary, right? This amazing community you've built. But if you look at it from a systems point of view, it can look a lot like a crime scene. Seriously, the evidence is everywhere. The unanswered phone calls, the DMs that you read and then forgot about, and, that member who hasn't shown up in 2 weeks, right before you get that dreaded cancellation email, every single one of those is a leak in your business. So let's get into the big problem. We're all taught that the hustle is everything, that being hands-on is some kind of badge of honor. But what if I told you that very hustle is the thing that's actually choking your growth? What if all your hard work is making you the single biggest bottleneck in your own business? It's a tough pill to swallow, I know, but realizing this is the key to everything. Let me put it another way, and this might sting a little, but most studio owners have become high-paid babysitters. Think about it. You're babysitting a phone that doesn't get answered because you're busy coaching a class. You're babysitting a list of leads that's getting colder by the second. You're babysitting every tiny operational task, and let's be real, it's completely exhausting. So this all boils down to a massive mindset shift. You have to go from being an owner-operator where you literally are the entire system to being an owner-designer. That's where you build the systems that run the business for you. One is totally dependent on your personal energy. If you stop, it stops. The other, well, that can scale to the moon. And that brings us to the holy grail, putting your business on autopilot. Now listen, this isn't about getting lazy or checking out. It's the exact opposite. It's about being incredibly smart and strategic. It's about taking yourself out of all the repeatable, predictable tasks that, frankly, a system can do way better than any human can. And this isn't some fantasy I'm dreaming up. The best studios in the game are already doing this. 70%. That is how much of their daily operations are running without them. It's what frees them up to actually work on their business, not just get stuck in it. So what is an autopilot system, really? Well, it's all about removing the human variable, the bad moods, the forgetting, the just being plain tired from all those tasks that need a pulse but don't need your creative soul. We're talking about lead follow-up, scheduling, answering basic questions. Your creative energy belongs to your members and your community, not chasing down a DM. Okay, so how do you actually build this thing? It really comes down to 3 core pieces, which we call the 3 autopilot engines. These are the machines that are going to do all the heavy lifting for you, 24/7, even when you're sleeping. First, you've got the voice that never sleeps. This handles every single new person who contacts you. Second is the ghost recovery system, which brings all your old cold leads back from the dead. And third, you have the retention engine, which is all about keeping your current members happy and coming back. Let's break them down. So let's start with that first engine, 62%. Get this, that's how many calls to small businesses go completely unanswered. In our world, a missed call isn't just a missed call. It's a potential member with a lifetime value of maybe $2,000 who's now gone forever. They just called your competitor down the street. Ouch. Now imagine this scenario instead. A potential new member calls you at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night. Instead of getting your voicemail, an AI front desk that's been trained to sound just like your brand has this exact conversation with them. It's not some clunky robot. It's a smooth, seamless experience that gets them booked into a class on the spot. That's the power of the voice that never sleeps. Okay, on to engine number 2, the ghost recovery system. The typical studio converts, maybe 10% of its leads if they're lucky? But what about all those people who DM you for the price and then just disappear? An autopilot system follows up with them again and again, turning those ghosts into actual paying members. I mean, just look at the chart. We're not talking about a small bump here. You can literally triple your conversion rate from that typical 10% all the way up to 35% or more. That's a total game changer. And finally, our third engine. This one tackles the silent killer of boutique studios, churn. But I'm not talking about when you get the cancellation notice. I'm talking about silent churn. It's those members who just quietly stop showing up for a few weeks before they officially quit. By the time you get that email, it's already way too late. The battle was lost weeks ago. The retention engine is your ultimate defense against this. It actually monitors everyone's attendance and automatically triggers these really personal, high-touch actions. A simple, "Hey, we miss you," text if someone's been gone for 10 days. A celebratory message when they hit their 50th class. An automatic request for a Google review after they've been consistently coming in. It's relationship management at a scale that you could never, ever do by yourself. So when you get these three engines up and running, something really fundamental changes in your role. You stop being a reactive operator, always scrambling to put out fires, and you become a proactive pilot, steering your business from 30,000 feet. Your day-to-day focus moves to what we call the dashboard of truth. So instead of stressing about who you need to text back, you're looking at the big levers in your business, your lead conversion rates, your churn risk, the lifetime value of your members. You're actually analyzing data and making smart decisions, not just taking off tasks. And that right there is the transformation we're talking about. You stop having to be the engine that powers the entire business yourself, and you become the pilot, making strategic moves based on clear data while the systems just hum along perfectly underneath you, doing all the work. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. This all sounds incredible, but I'm a fitness person, not a coder. I have absolutely no time to build this myself. And you know what? That is a 100% valid thought. This is the exact hurdle where most studio owners get stuck and just give up. But here's the thing. You shouldn't have to be a tech expert. Your genius is in building community, in crafting an amazing workout experience, in changing people's lives. You're meant to be perfecting the workout, not the workflow. And that's where a true done-for-you approach, like the one we've pioneered at Fitative, makes all the difference. This isn't just another piece of software we hand you to figure out. No way. We literally build your entire AI infrastructure for you. We train it on your brand's unique voice, and we integrate it so it works seamlessly with the CRM you're already using. Whether that's MindBody, ZenPlanner, whatever, it just works right out of the box. So if you're just plain tired of being the bottleneck, if you're ready to finally see how your business can grow while you're coaching or on vacation, or maybe just getting a full night's sleep for once, then exploring a proven system like this is really the only logical next step. I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. Take a really hard, honest look at how you spend your days. Are you spending all your time just babysitting your business, basically keeping it on life support? Or are you truly ready to step up and lead it into the future? The choice is yours. And believe me, the systems to make it happen are right here.